What's up? You're in the Beat Sessions. I'm your host, Mitchell Weary. It has been a hell of a busy week, but we're going to keep right at it and talk about this new record from Amos. It's entitled Dreamland, and he released that on February 11th. It's his 8th studio album and follows 2018's My New Moon. And I got to admit, I was a little selfish with this album review. I was looking at my week and planning my schedule. Wednesday was my only day off, and so I saved this album for this morning. Rained a little bit, just got to chill with the dogs, enjoy my coffee. It's a very nice way to experience this record. Because I think that if you're going to throw on an Amos record, if you're familiar with him, we all know what we're getting into. And I like that about him. I would argue that with that singer-songwriter label, with that comes consistency. I think for the most part, unless you build your reputation on constant experimentation, then for the most part, the singer-songwriter class are musicians that, they have their niche and they work within that. And I really like that Amos is doing his thing within that very traditional sense. I'd argue that the singer-songwriter concept is grounded in the folk tradition. And so I'm loving the contemporary feel that he gives to it. And I love the way he works in just this subtle element of gospel, blues, funk. It's just incredible what he does. And I hate the people that call him a Norah Jones ripoff. I think it's really obnoxious. I think he's very good at what he does. I think she's very good at what she does. And so I like this record. I'm a big fan of it. I would say that what I really love about Amos, I think where he's at his strongest is when it's just that subtle funk in his voice and him and his guitar. I really think a cool record for him to record would just be him and his guitar. And that dynamic between him and the riffs that he writes is incredible. It's really on display very well here on this record. I would say my one drawback on this thing is that it is somewhat predictable as far as song structure. And it's not like folk is one of those things that is really built on experimentation. However, given where he's at with his music and what he does conceptually, it'd be nice to see a few things different structurally on some of these songs. I think, like I said, they're very predictable. And for the most part, the choruses on the songs, you get these big soaring melodies. A lot of them are really good. But I think, they kind of overshadow what is going on so well when it's just him and his guitar. And you get a lot of that in the verses versus the choruses on the record. So again, this is a lovely listening experience. Very emotional too. I mean, he's just bearing his soul on this record. A lot of just personal lyrics and stuff that it's not all sad. It's certainly some uplifting stuff. But like any good singer-songwriter, it's about balance, and that's what life is. There's lots of good, lots of bad. We all know this, and so what I like about Amos is that he's the type of singer-songwriter, mostly songwriter, that he's not going to steer you in a direction. He's the type of person that is going to say, "Take my hand and let's go on a journey." And he just, he starts you off, and then the music that he writes, you're allowed to create your own little path. And I really dig that about his style. This thing kicks off with the title track, Dreamland. Got this rolling piano. Another great aspect of his music, and this record in particular, this opening song, Gentle But Dark. Really interesting dynamic there. And the melodies he's creating, the music that he's creating, it's almost very cinematic in that sense. You could think of a lot of different scenes, different scenarios where this type of melody would come off very well. And he's just killing it in that regard on this record. Really like the hook and the chorus on that opening song. Leads into Worry No More. Got this gentle bass drum that drives the song, sparse piano. Again, bright chorus. It's going to be a consistent thing that you see on this record. And the second track, Worry No More, got a very similar vibe to your third song, How You Run. The bass is just driving this song, though, not the bass drum. But again, it's got a bright chorus, and I really enjoyed the refrain on this song. Into the Clearing. This is an excellent song. This is my favorite song on the record. And you're definitely getting a bit of a country feel on this record too. That folk element taking over a lot. This song changes the feel of the record, which I think was really important given the run on those last two tracks. They're great, but I think a stretch of just the melody and that type of music would have been overdoing it. So really great transition here. Leads into your fifth song, Hold You. Excellent soulful ballad. Really enjoyed that. See the Light, your sixth song. Dark, sparse piano. Really liking that about the instrumentation. Again, like if he just recorded a record with him and his guitar, I think he would absolutely kill it. Showing off the funk in his voice on this song too, and I really like that. Rest of the music that follows is excellent. It's Real is your seventh song. Back to that ballad. It's got a full chorus though. Big instrumentation comes in, but the verses are gentle and mellow. Your eighth song, Seeing Ghosts. Beautiful blend of piano and strings, and I think this is one of the more unique moments on the record, certainly kind of stretching outside of I guess conventionally what he does. So this is a really great addition to the record. Should have known better. Your ninth song, poppy and funky. I really like the great 70s soul feel. Your 10-song Clean, dark lyrically here. This is about getting sober, and it's really balanced well with this gentle R&B feel. And then your 11th song, Invisible Oceans, album closer, really just a remarkable track. A lot going on here, but just a really beautiful melody and a really excellent way to wrap this project up. I'm going to vinyl please this for sure. I know that there's some people out there that are probably looking for Amos to branch out and do a little more. I can understand that, but that's why I made the argument about the singer-songwriter and that label. And I think, like I said, with that comes some consistency, and I appreciate Amos's consistency. I love knowing that when I want to just listen to this chill style of folk music, that little bit of soul and R&B, he's the guy to go to. So we're going to vinyl please this new record. I think it's quite excellent. I think you'll enjoy it. Hope you find this review helpful as well. Please like this video, share it, subscribe to the channel. Do all the things to help me blow this project up in 2022. And please stay tuned throughout the week for more album reviews. We'll see you next time on the Beat Sessions.